Like and subscribe. Now. 90 students of Reddit. What was the weirdest thing you've caught your teacher doing? Back in high school, my 7th period history teacher showed up to class with 10 minutes left in the school day and just nonchalantly says, "Sorry guys, had to get a haircut." He ditched like that all the time. Needless to say, it was a fun class. Surprised no one pulled the "we can leave if the teacher's is X minutes late." He had an extremely obvious erection whenever he stood in front of the girls' table and occasionally stood in front of me for a long time too during lessons. I was short, so guess where my eye level was? He spat on most of the students too, but somehow I was the only one in my class that kept missing that, mainly cause I would give him a wide berth if he tried to talk to me. Edit. Asked someone if they knew what happened to him once legal stuff blew up, and apparently it came out that he sexually assaulted a female student and then disappeared from the public. I had a teacher in high school who would always have a book or folder or something covering his head when he was outside, like he would hold it there. Turned out he was a Vietnam veteran, and kids being kids, he got messed with. Kids would drop textbooks to watch him flinch. Even I thought it was funny. Then I ended up fighting in Afghanistan twice after high school. I got it and felt really bad about doing it, but high schoolers are monsters. A lot of them don't care to understand. Everything is just a joke at that age. Damn, that's not even weird, it's understandable. In 7th grade, my science teacher was trying to show me and a couple of my friends pictures of a school project he did as a kid, and accidentally showed us a picture of a stripper on his camera roll. He quit a week later. What are your thoughts on eating chunks of Parmesan cheese? Cheese equals eat. Wholeheartedly. Half-heartedly. Provolone. Beautiful. I suddenly become more Italian. If you don't, you're racist or hate babies or whatever. Yeah, it's fine. Carry on. What are your views on racist babies? Hate the adorable pricks. And what of baby racists? I blame the parents. Delicious. For a life-changing experience, dip it in honey or peach jam. Actually, you can do it with most tasty hard cheeses. Figs and fig jam is delicious too. Raw honeycomb is probably my favorite though, because it just looks cool on the platter. Heard goat cheese and honey is the best combo. What was the dumbest rule your school enforced? Our school banned hugging because it was erotic. As you can imagine, the boys at school started giving each other very sensual high fives for the rest of the year. Talk about homosexuality. My high school banned t-shirts that had the cover of Rush's album Signals, an album popular at the time, which features an image of a dog sniffing a fire hydrant. They considered it scatological because the dog was about to pee on it. This struck the entire student body as extremely stupid, and roughly one half of the student body picked a day to wear the t-shirt. We won. They banned the word snap, since everyone used it instead of poop. So we all just started saying poop. The snap ban lasted about 3 days. Oh snap. They banned wristwatches. No one knows what the reason was. It's a gateway clock. Before you know it, people will start bringing pocket watches, then wall clocks, then grandfather clocks, and before you know it, some kid walks in with Big Ben. Then what do? My brother is addicted to Big Bens. Our man, last year he spent all his money on gear. I believe the street term is Big Bentus. What is the first thing that pops into your head when you see the word Japan? Red dot on white background. JP. The meme about Japan's flag being a pie chart of how much of Japan is Japan. I was gonna say the amount of countries hit by the atomic bomb. Anim. I have the power of God and Anim on my side. Takashi's Castle. Some of the best poop. Right, you are Ken. If you had no responsibilities and unlimited money, what would be the first thing you do? Take a nap. Purchase 18 tons of oranges. So you're the person from those math problems. Buy out Bethesda and remaster Oblivion. Travel for a decade. Collect world histories from various parts of the world. Build a hobbit hole off the grid with great internet and start my hermitage. Garden. Care for animals. Catalog plants/animals/minerals. Compare and contrast the books I've acquired. I definitely donate excess to charities, but I'm not a social person and wouldn't really want to live a public life at all. If there is such a thing as pickup lines for making platonic friends, what would they be? Hello friend, how about a pint? It comes in pints. Elephants do. The one that always used to work for me was, let's go out sometime. I just like you as a friend, is usually the response. Oof. Wanna see my bionicles? If you ask me this, you would have a friend for life. You're ugly. I'm ugly. Wanna hang out and make fun of the beautiful people? 214 What's your favorite historical fact? In 1726 there was a woman called Mary Toth who tricked doctors into believing that she gave birth to rabbits. Did she jam them up her coochie? Yes. Hitler overslept on D-Day and refused to send reinforcement because he believed it was a decoy. Another funny story about him, the Norwegian writer Knut Hamsun became a scumbag Nazi sympathizer in the 30s and 40s, which led to him having a meeting with Hitler. Since Hamsun's hearing was very poor, he kept asking Hitler to speak louder and louder, till Hitler was screaming in rage. Witnesses said they had never heard him so angry, and Hamsun was lucky to live. I think he was declared as a national disgrace. His books were good, too, but he was a despicable man. Edit. The stupid baby dictator was upset over this for 3 days. Stalin was only about 5 feet 4, and wore high-raised boots to make himself look taller, like Kim Jong-il. Orville Wright of Wright brothers fame lived long enough to see an airplane fly faster than the speed of sound. That must have been so satisfying for him to witness, his creation reaching the pinnacle of achievement. What are American things that Americans don't realize are just in America? Absurdly long election campaigns. In most countries I've been to, election campaigns last a month or 2. In the US, they seem to go for a full year. In 2015 Canada had its longest election campaign in its history. It lasted a whole 11 weeks. I remember that. It was painful. Having the restaurant take your credit card. In most countries it's considered impolite to disappear with the card, as they might write the digits down to charge extra later. Therefore they normally bring a portable terminal to your table so you can keep the card in eyesight and have a optional tip actually charged when the card is ruined and not added after the fact. Edit. It's been pointed out in several comments that it isn't just rude, it's downright scary for your card to disappear. In the US, we have to trust it will come back, and if the charge doesn't match what you expect, you file a complaint with the CC company for a correction. I'm Canadian and was surprised to still be required to use my signature on credit card receipts in the US. Haven't done that here since like 2007. I'm 33 and I'm too young to have ever used a signature for my credit/debit card in the UK. Red Solo cups. My European cousins asked me if parties in the US really had those red cups. Nearly everything about their high schools. Man, growing up with American media made my perception of high school so distorted. Apparently at some point in one's late teens to mid-20s you're still attending school, but you're also dating on a pretty serious basis and have a car and a job, not to mention a fairly dedicated sports career, and if you're really driven, you might also be an abandoned to less fortunate children, while managing the yearbook, school newspaper and local Shakespeare production. And there's still another 2 hours to spend lunch with your friends at the mall. Don't forget you can tell the teachers whatever you want. Oh, and no need to study. Everyone automatically graduates. And at school dances, everyone is a professional dancer. Anti-bragging time. How badly have you gotten your ass kicked? I've been in a handful of fist fights in my life. I've lost every single one of them. I now run. Got attacked by an armed bank robber and properly beaten. Dislocated shoulder. Both thumbs and a finger were dislocated too. Broken clavicle. 2 broken ribs. 1 ear was nearly ripped off. Blood everywhere. Needed 134 stitches. Yes, 134 of them. Edit. I wasn't a guard or a have-a-go hero. I was minding my own business and was caught unawares. Also, I weigh about 120 kilograms/245 pounds, and the guy that attacked me was twice my size. Was this bank robber like 4 badgers in a trench coat or something? 5th grade. I thought I was a tough gal because I'd taken 3 karate classes and was taller than my peers. A kid was trying to convince me he could still wreck me, but he didn't want to hit a girl. So wisely I said, hit me, come on, hit me. He hit me right in the diaphragm. Cue me crumpling to the ground and gasping for air as the recess bell rang, and everyone quietly sidestepping my pitiful carcass to go back inside. I kicked my own ass with a the 1st of July 16 combination wrench. I got pissed and slammed it against the pipe I was working on. It bounced off and hit me square in the app.